You've got to stop making these mistakes now that you have your low back pain diagnosis or your MRI results. Trust me, I know your back pain diagnosis or your MRI results can be scary. And the majority of the back pain sufferers that I talk to take their results and do the worst things imaginable in hopes of getting relief. I'll be covering 4 of the top mistakes you must stay away from now that you have your diagnosis and you're ready to start getting relief. Now, before we jump in, I'm talking about a lot of mistakes. I want to leave you with something that you can take action on. I'm going to share with you a free workshop that I've put together to give you the solution for something that you can start actually working on and doing now that you're going to be ending these mistakes. So make sure you watch all the way through. Now, this goes without saying, if you are in severe amounts of low back pain, you do not need to be watching a YouTube video. Please, please, please. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physical therapist. I'm not a chiropractor. Okay. So this is just my advice. This is my perspective and my opinion on the chronic back pain space and getting out of it. Please, 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 if you are in high levels of pain, go see a doctor and make sure there's nothing major or an emergency going on. So the first mistake you must stay away from is putting a ton of weight on the MRI result that you're getting. We're taking this image in one moment of time. You're laying there on the MRI table, you're in a gown, you hear all this knocking and buzzing sound, and someone just snaps a picture, and that is your spine in 1 second, and it has no idea really the pain, the sensations, the symptoms that you're experiencing. All it is just an image. Think of a picture that you have around your house, or maybe you have access to on your social media. And you can look at that picture and you're smiling and I could see it, but actually that day was the worst day imaginable for you, except that image just captured you smiling and kind of putting on a front despite the chaos underneath. It's the same thing with an MRI image. We take this image and you see herniations, you see bulges, and it doesn't really give us the true picture of what's going on. Sure, it shows us some damage in our spine, but damage does not equal pain. Now there's so much new research out there that says, hey, you can have herniations, you can have bulges, you can have ruptured discs and degenerative discs like I do. You can have all these things, but not live in chronic pain. So what's the deal? What I want you to do instead is just look at these images as an educational purpose only. I want you to say, okay, look, I'm older, maybe I'm 40, 46, 56, 76, 86. Okay, I've got some wrinkles in my spine. You're seeing these images and saying, okay, some of these things that I'm seeing, maybe a shortened height of my disc, maybe I have some bulges, arthritis, maybe I have some degeneration. This is a natural aging process of your spine. So instead of saying, oh my gosh, I'm damaged, I'm broken, this is why I have so much pain, instead, we're gonna use that MRI result, we're gonna use the imaging as something that we can kind of say, hey, thanks, but there's so much other amazing things that you can do that are more powerful, that you can take action on, that you don't even need an MRI result for. Second biggest mistake is do not fall for the whole your core is weak, you need to move more, exercise, build hamstring strength, stretch your hamstrings or your hip flexors. Don't fall for that mess. Like all these different things that you might be told, it's not always the case. When you're given this diagnosis, do not fall for those quick from the hip responses that your medical professional may end up giving you. I cannot count how many conversations that I've had with people who have been told by their doctor, their physio, their chiro, whatever, that their core is weak, that they need to exercise more, they need to be stretching more, they need to be more mobile, their low back is so tight, they gotta stretch it out. Don't make that mistake. Number 3, do not schedule those injections. I know. I remember the day that I called that I was going to have my first round of injections done, and it was the scariest thing because I was a young dude, did not know what I was doing. I was in a lot of pain, but something in my gut, I believe it was the Holy Spirit, said, hey, do not have the injections. Do not do that and take ownership over what you can control. And that statement was the catalyst to what you see here today and what I've been able to do with now thousands of people all over the world, taking ownership. So don't go do injections. We can understand, we can argue the reasoning behind them, the inflammation and the steroids, medication that can maybe help bring some of this inflammation down and open opportunity. Sure, maybe, but why are you so inflamed? Why are you so irritated? Why are these tissues so frustrated with you that they're in so much pain? Is it because you are lacking that medication? Or is it because of habits? Is it because of routines or mindsets or stress or or anxiety or social issues? What is it? If the injection is gonna buy us time, that's great. You might feel good. It might make you worse. I have people who have had what's called injection flare-ups, right? Where their pain gets worse after injections, right? Has your doctor told you about the recent research on injections? How injecting sites with this medication or these steroids can actually break down the tissue over time, making things weaker, making you more susceptible to chronic pain, because it's shutting down the body's natural response to create the inflammatory response to heal. Inflammation is okay when it's healing you. I'm not saying that all injections are terrible or all injections are bad or no one's gonna get results from injections. I know someone's gonna be in the comments saying, injections saved my life. Trust me, I understand. There's always outliers. But I'm talking to the person who has gotten their diagnosis and they're desperate for relief, and the first thing, the second thing, or third thing they're told is, we'll start with some injections. Why not start with some habits? See what our body can do. If you can break your arm and within weeks or months, whatever the injury might be, your body can heal and get out of pain, the inflammatory response can happen, heal, and then go away. Why can't it happen with back pain? It can, but we start putting a bunch of stuff in there and it messes us up. It creates an environment that you cannot actually heal. Don't make the mistake and jump right into injections. And the fourth and final mistake I see people doing all the time is trying to exercise themselves out of this chronic pain. Keep exercising and keep moving. The pain will just at least either hopefully go away, but if I can just manage it with exercise, I'm happy. Don't manage it with exercise. Don't manage your pain. Get rid of your chronic pain. Pain is a normal thing. It's okay to have pain, but don't manage it. Your pain system is going to be the thing that is hurt while you are trying to push through it to get to more exercise because you feel good when doing it. Meanwhile, you're causing more stress, more anxiety, more worry, more fear, more of a triggering protection response inside of your body that keeps you on this vicious cycle of pain. So don't think, okay, I've got my diagnosis, I gotta start exercising, I gotta move more, I gotta build strength, I'm just gonna keep pushing it, I'm gonna keep using exercise to keep me safe. It's not going to work. So you know what the mistakes that you need to stop making. What can you do to make decisions in the right direction to get out of pain? If you've been watching my content for any period of time, I take a very dynamic hybrid relief model of pain, because it's not just mechanical, right? It's not just a tissue issue. Pain is a multi-level thing. And without boring you to death, I wanna put together something that you can actually go and take with you right now, work through, watch it, take notes, take action, and actually apply some really cool techniques and strategies to your current situation right now. If you came to me after leaving your MRI result or your doctor's diagnosis and you were like, I'm scared, I would give you this for free and say, hey, if we could just sit down and have coffee, this is what I would be explaining to you. And it's a free guide. It's actually a workshop you can go check out on your own time. It's yours free. Go to fitnessforbackpain.com/relief workshop. This is going to be focusing on only the things that are the most important that you should be doing. If you're truly in pain, trying to get away from managing symptoms and actually get to the root cause, and you're done making these mistakes, so you find yourself making these mistakes, go check out this workshop, fitnessforbackpain.com/relief workshop. It's absolutely free. It's my gift to you. If you find yourself making any of these specific mistakes, which one was the one that you made the most often? I'll tell you what, I made every single one of these mistakes, 100%. I was always pushing myself too hard. I was always trying to do things that I should not be doing. And now I tell people not to do it and they get out of pain because it works. Thanks for watching. God bless, and I will see you on the next video.